All right, now it's time to work on our lighting upgrades. I'm already outside, so I'm gonna start on the lights that are out here. Not everyone has these, but I've got a bunch of different lights. I'm pretty sure these are the ones. These are the ones I can just grab on Amazon. These are 134s, and these are LEDs. So I'm gonna slap these in here and make the ambers turn into LEDs so you can actually see further than about here. All right, to switch out these lights, we're gonna come down here, look on the other underside, and you're gonna see that's the wiring harness that goes directly into the housing. So because of that, we're gonna take this and we're gonna turn it counterclockwise like that. It's gonna pop out, and then once it's loose, you're gonna wiggle it out just like that. And there you go. That's it. Yeah, so we're gonna pop this bulb out and we're gonna put in our new ones. All right, we just got the new light bulb in, easy enough, it just pops in. Now we gotta reach back up here and put it back in its hole. And once we put it back in, make sure it's seated fully. If it's not seated fully, it won't turn. So now we got it there. Now it's gonna turn back and clip into place and be nice and snug. That is one down. Now we just gotta do it for all of the rest of them and we'll be done. Before, after. So now I'm adjusting my headlights. I'm 25 feet away, as you should be, and here's my line. The crosses are where my headlight middles are supposed to be, and as you can see, they're freakishly low. This is too low. It's also slightly off too. I think that this nub needs to be in the corner, but as you can see, we are super off. So let's get the vertical part of this. There's supposed to be a horizontal, but I don't really know where the horizontal adjustment is on the inside. If we take a look inside here, an 8mm on this, or you can put a screwdriver in there and turn it, or a screwdriver in here and turn it. All right, so as you can see on the right-hand side, the top line is at the top of the tape, which is what we measured from the ground up to, there's a little indent. So it's like right here. You can see it from the ground up, and then we draw a straight line. So if I stand in front of the left one, you can see the right one. That's where it's supposed to be. And for the left one, same thing. So now we're much higher up. We're exactly where we should be. Sadly, I can't move them horizontally because in the instructions and whatnot, the whatever it's called, the user manual, the service manual, it doesn't show anything about moving horizontal. So that is about a million times better now. And next up, we are inside the 4Runner, and I'm going to be doing light bulbs. I know this is a super common one, but the ambers just aren't cutting it. You can't really see anything. I'm going to be doing the bulbs in here, so it's just basically going to be bulbs everywhere. But this awesome little company on Amazon gives you a nice kit, and if you take a look, it'll give you basically everything that you need for a nice set. So we've got the backup reverse lights, which I don't care too much about because I can't see regardless until I get a backup camera. Map door, license plate, and mirror lights. Those are going to be a nice replacement. The dome and cargo lights, and the glove box light. There's only one, so that should be light. Anyway, they give you a nice little toolkit to pry things open, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that one because I like how small it is. So let's get started. So first up, I'm going to do the glove box light, which is this little teeny tiny LED. It is adorable. I can't give you a before and after because I've got all the lights on, but it's out. So the glove box light is, if you come straight up here, it's right there. So we need to undo the little clip over here on the left-hand side. I think it's on the left-hand side. And then it's a little door that'll swing out, and then we can get access. Well, now that I have this open, maybe I didn't need to take down this entire thing because it actually opens the other way. See how this is the tab and it's got a hole in it. And then if you take a look at this, it's got that little clip, which is clipped in there. So when it's closed, you have to lift it up and not down in order to get this thing out. But it definitely does look like it gets in the way here, so it doesn't open all the way. Regardless, try it. Grab this. I don't know if I'll have enough finger. I might have to get a little set of pliers to pop this bulb out and we can get it replaced. And here is the little bulb, definitely burnt out, but now we can toss that and replace it with this little guy. All right, just got it in there. Now it is definitely a tight fit, but make sure it is seated in there all the way to the bottom. Since it is such a tight fit, it's hard to tell. And we'll get this thing snapped closed and we can move right along. And that is what it looks like in our glove box now. It looks like there's, because it's a grate, you do get some dark spots, but that is definitely a beautiful improvement over a burnt out bulb. And since I'm up front in the front of the car, we're gonna do the map lights first. So in order to get those done, I'm gonna grab my little tool. There it is. And these need to come straight down. So if you can grab your little tool and come up here and try to get up behind this. Stop it. Try to get up behind this and pull down. We'll see if we can get this. So just pop this out and you can see exactly how the clips look. These aren't broken. These are just how they look. So it's a lot easier to try to get your tool in on this side and pop these straight down, since these ones have like a little hook. So they need to come out like this. Plus you have this little nub that fits in right here. So it's very difficult to just straight pop this down. So once we get that out, put that down, and then our bulb's right here. We're gonna pop these out and put in our new ones. And putting it back in is pretty easy. We're gonna go ahead and get that nub right in there and then give it a nice click and take a look at that difference. Okay, next up, we are going to do the door. You can see a little amber light over there. So we're gonna pop these out. As you can see, I just popped it out, just put it in here and popped it out that way. I wasn't able to get it on the sides. That was way too tough, but I did get it there. So now I can squeeze this out the rest of the way. Now that I have it out, you can kind of see you've got a tab in here that can be depressed, and then you also have this clip on the inside. So that's the two things holding this in place, which it does a very good job. This thing is very stiff. But now that we have it out, we can get our pry tool in between the two plastics here and pop this cover off. There we go. Got the new one in, easy peasy. I also unplugged it because another reason why I'm replacing these is those incandescents get super hot. They use a lot of energy. So now that I have that unplugged, it wasn't burning my fingers when I was trying to get those darn bulbs out. They're just so slippery. But now that's done, plug it back in, pop that back up. Of course, make sure I have the cover back in, and all 4 doors I gotta do that for. Now that I have all 4 doors completed, we'll move on to the center dome light. So we're gonna get our tool on the side with the button and try to stick it in between the plastic and the clear plastic. So we just want this to come off. We don't need to remove the entire thing, just this clear part. So we're gonna see if we can get in here. It's actually very easy to do. You see how they have these 2 notches on both sides? If you just get the corner of a pry tool and just pick it in there, I swear it just pops right out. Easy, easy. Now that we look up, we can see we've got our dome light. This one's gonna be a different one. So this is gonna be one of these guys that we get to pop in. And to get that old one out, it's just as easy as pushing in this little tab. It will fall out of its little hole that it's sitting in up in there. And then we grab our new one, make sure LEDs are facing down, of course, and we'll pop it up, make sure it's hitting the hole on the inside, and then we'll pop it in this way. And once that's in there, easy enough, we just grab our plastic plate and make sure we orient this the right way. These little tabs in the back are gonna be going in first, like that, and then we'll come forward, and then we just press it in. And of course, we can't forget about the back one, and we're gonna do the exact same thing that we just did. So that is all of the lights on the inside and the doors and the domes. Those are all the ones I'm gonna replace. Now there is other one like these ones, but honestly, I don't want a super bright LED, and neither does my wife. It's nice to have those amber lights that are very chill, especially if you're trying to look at yourself and not be blinded. So I'm not going to change those ones out. And I've definitely got a lot of extra. There's no footwell lights, and there's really no other lights besides the ones that are like in here and back here. And that's a different video. So I've definitely got to be replacing all of those because those are broken. I only have like one light on here and one light up here. Everything else is just not working. But that should be absolutely everything else. The entire car is now lit up in LEDs, white lights, and you should be able to see everything so much better. So I hope you guys enjoyed our little lighting upgrade, and stay tuned for the next video. Maybe I'll be doing that one. Okay, I will be doing that one.